Like to, I like to, I like to, like to, I like to, I like. What would you like to do? Like the What would you like to do? Like the She's sustaining it, I'm maintaining it. Can't even think, demon. This some angel shit. This some change you shit. Had this shit bumping when I'm in flight school. Secret twin pillars, it's the day and the night moves. Y'all can keep the cap, I'ma peep how this light move. Esoteric party, you ain't get your invite, dude. Probably lost somewhere tripping, and if I jump, you know she gripping, and then we fall through materials in other lands. And I think I get off on the fact I do what others can. But it's a cause, of course, for me a cause. We come together, rubber band. Hey, you ever been to the motherland? You ever came back down to check the government? You ever organize a governance? You ever take control of dreams on some other shit? What would you like to do? Like the What would you like to do? Like the Hey, they ain't never seen these doors or seen these floors before. Try to use me for agendas I ain't endorsed. Yeah, I like the vibe. I seen the OnlyFans, I might subscribe. You got what Ceito and saw another side. For once in your life, there was love in your eyes. For once in your life, you let go of pride. But I can tell you fight against your human side. I can tell that you don't want me to fly. But I knew my worth way before you and I. Is that a crime? Because when I did it, I surely did time. Created mine, reaping what I sow. You know, I like the vibe. What would you like to do? Like the vibe. What would you like to do? Like the vibe. Hey, like to, I like to, I like to, yeah. Right. Time out to kill Ceito, spirit coach, kill your shit. 448, of course, get it good. You're not drinking this wine. Zeus, let me go ahead and stop this. I'm now drinking the wine of Zeus, bitch. Yay. Get you a nice little glass. You know what I'm saying? Get you a nice little glass. All right. We got to do some due diligence in the world today. You know, some real spiritual missions and stuff like that, so we can get our relationships back on track. You know, because 14 relationships ain't been the same since 1980. You know what I'm saying? And $14 billion later, you know, Pac-Man, you know what I'm saying, seems to be the concept that, you know, everyone has kind of been following, you know what I'm saying, within a relationship. So, you know, I said we got to do like real spiritual things right now. Because y'all don't know, like a lot of, like, you know, things be allegories, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, like with the mind and based upon how you see some, you know what I'm saying, that's important. That's your perspective, that's your light and things. And you can, you know what I'm saying, be seeing something a certain way, you know, that ain't necessarily beneficial for you, you know, and it may be totally against you, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, in 1980, you know what I'm saying, they came out with Pac-Man, you know what I'm saying, they came out with crack, you know what I'm saying? And then from that, your grandma and them said relationships weren't never the same. So you feel me? All around the same time. So it's a psyop. So, you know, everybody was chasing the white pellets on the game and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And people started chasing the white pellets in reality. And they had a whole bunch of different versions of these things, you know what I'm saying? So it may have came out in different ways around that time. But, you know, relationships haven't been the same. So we're going to give everybody a chance right now to kind of see this in reality and why this is coming to the surface and things and why everybody going through these emotions and feelings based upon, you know, maybe a similar alignment coming back around or something that's allowing us as a, you know, an opportunity, you know, to learn to, you know what I'm saying, to see or to adjust the thing. So you know what I'm saying, we don't keep making the same mistake, and we can have comprehension skills and reverse engineer, you know what I'm saying, things like the games and shit like that. You know what I'm saying, where we kind of been programmed off jump. Because if that's what y'all like to call this assimilation or something like that, it ain't really about that. It's about, you know, rituals and spells, what you give your energy to. And what you give your energy to, you know what I'm saying, that automatically becomes, ultimately becomes the reality. And $14 billion later, you can't tell me Pac-Man ain't a lot of y'all relationships right now, especially y'all men and stuff like that. So, a lot of things y'all be chasing ghosts, you know what I'm saying? Or y'all get utilized by ghosts, and these ghosts and things, you know, are desires that you have, you know what I'm saying, that promise you fulfillment and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And based upon, you already being in a maze and that maze being created for you, you know what I'm saying, it's set up for what you got to get to feel fulfilled, you know what I'm saying, with um, within your maze and stuff like that to beat your game. You know what I'm saying? So this way be like the red ghost. So what you got to utilize your passions towards, what's good to chase. You know what I'm saying? You may utilize the pink ghost, the love, the pleasure. You know what I'm saying? You may utilize the blue ghost. You know what I'm saying? How you got to think about it. And then you may utilize um the orange ghost, you know what I'm saying? Optimism, learning, or just going with the flow and experiencing and stuff like that. So just because y'all not understand and develop in occult or masonry, or how to, understand how to see things from a broader perspective, you know what I'm saying? These is the early signs of, you not being able to have the right flushing systems to understand how this is how everybody got to where they at. You know what I'm saying? Everybody participation and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So everything matters. Your participation matters. What you get your energy to, you see that with yourself. You know what I'm saying? That if you give your energy to something where you may be naive and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, you may miss a point. But think about everybody doing on a grand scale. You know what I'm saying? So this is when Zeus got to come back down here and really, start getting on these Masons' ass, you know what I'm saying, especially the ones that created the game and stuff like that, because it ain't about the actual creators, but it was about whoever came up with the concept. You know what I'm saying? Whoever came up with the concept to even correlate that in that way, and that could have been somebody getting that concept from off somebody else. So these is people that construct the mind way before, you know what I'm saying, whatever, family member may be happy going in and developing, because they getting a good check. But, ultimately that game is allowed out here and it's utilized for a reason like everything else. So we gonna teach y'all how to, you know what I'm saying, what's motivating your Pac-Man right now and stuff like that, and how to get out of there, because you don't want to be chasing these ghosts. And shout out to Newport Beach, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. They, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Zeus cast. We about to get real. We about to get real. Save the world, and then we can start figuring out what relationships is. But first, we gotta show y'all how y'all can utilize this witchcraft. You need to know your chart. You need to know your astrology. So if you don't know your chart, you know what I'm saying, or you don't know your astrology, or if my breakdown don't, work for you via the internet, you know what I'm saying, you can hit me personally, and I give you the game for $5 and shit like that. A personal reading of this to show you how to get out of this little Pac-Man spell that's been over relationships, and and it's really just an allegory of what we do already. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, we already take on a light, which is that sun, that Pac-Man, whatever, and it's unfulfilled. You know what I'm saying? So it play out like the mouth and things, or you know what I'm saying. It's also an allegory to the second house. Um, Unfulfillment, and we always trying to find fulfillment in things. You know what I'm saying? And what motivate us, a lot of times is our dreams, imaginations, delusions, illusions, and stuff like that. So that's how people get mixed up in love. That's how people get mixed up in fantasy. Imagine. And a lot of these things are presented to us in time of, and a lot of these things are presented to us through like Disney, movies, like TV shows. So this is how they capitalize off y'all. $14 billion later, you know what I'm saying? But y'all still having like failed concepts and stuff like that, where y'all never win the game, you know what I'm saying? But y'all keep chasing these ghosts. So it's like reverse eating the tail magic, snake eating his tail magic, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to be there to understand this shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is what's motivating your passion. And so right now, what's making us come to conclusion on an astrological level, you know what I'm saying? We got Saturn trine Pisces. I mean, Saturn trine Venus and Libra. Now it's a trine because Saturn is on the cusp of Aquarius. So, you know what I'm saying? This is making us realize the ghost we were chasing ain't real. Hold on. The ghost that we were chasing ain't real, because Saturn likes reality. So we had retrograded, you know what I'm saying? And it brought back a lot of these past illusions and things that we had to like start associating with and getting our association right with, you know what I'm saying? Whatever title or whatever we identify as and stuff like that, lovers, partner, friend, worker, whatever you associate as, it brought that back to see, the boundaries that you had amongst, your belief in that association, which is Pisces, belief, association, Aquarius, belief in that association, right? And then it's trining right now, Venus and Libra, okay? Because it's still got that air there. So this is giving the gift to restrict imaginations or delusions in relationship. Okay, so now we can start placing boundaries on certain delusions and stuff like that. And that's also, we had a gift to do that. It's making us realize these gifts that we got to place boundaries, restrictions, limits on delusions, you know what I'm saying? Certain associations that we believed in at work and shit like that and all that. So that's what's giving us that access. Venus trine Libra. Well, Venus and Libra trine Aquarius and Pisces with Saturn there. You know what I'm saying? So we got that. Now, we got to understand, though, you know what I'm saying, how to beat this game on a bigger level. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, we see that relationships gave us the gift to be, in a delusion based upon what we manifesting as reality right now with Saturn and Aquarius and Pisces. So, you know what I'm saying? Based upon that, you know what I'm saying, and having that gift and that gift access, you know what I'm saying, now we can go to work and things on the boundaries. But we need to learn what boundaries we need to place and stuff like that, because what got us here in the first place should always be the question. Okay, and a lot of times what get you there in the first place, it'd be your desires, it'd be your motivations, it'd be your passions and stuff like that. And shout out to Flight, because he did a similar video too with Mars square Saturn. But Mars square Saturn, Mars is currently in Sagittarius, you know what I'm saying? So we becoming wise about our desires, wise about our passions, wise about our experience, wise about being into something, wise about what we need to transform, in a more so sense of actionary, because Sagittarius is the daytime version of Jupiter, and Pisces will be the nighttime. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going through that little fire water transition of learning what delusions we were in and how to see them. Right? Okay. So, you know, going through that is going to help us learn how to get us to not be motivated, aka Mars in Sagittarius, by a delusion. Saturn in Pisces, and also Neptune in Pisces, and we also got the Sun in Sagittarius and Mercury in Sagittarius. So this is like a big learning situation right now that everybody is going through. You know what I'm saying? And based upon, you know, these relationships, this is what's happening. So, you know, when you're on this level and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying, it ain't about whatever everybody else be lost in as far as you know, the delusion that they want to be their God or something like that. It's about doing self-realization, spiritual work, and then knowing how to, you know, play the game essentially the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because the right way. All right, let's get to it. So this is what the conclusion is going to come to. So the goal is to not let the ghosts, right, which is those versions of the ghosts, you know, which is dreams, imaginations, get us hyped up into eating the light. Okay, where we have to put this closer. The goal is to not let the ghost, which is the dream, imagination get us hyped up into eating the light, where we have to face that fate of it just being an imagination. Okay, that it just being an imagination that we have to chase to beat the game, where it's actually just an allegory to getting more and more lost. So, you know what I'm saying? The whole allegory of Pac-Man is really you just getting more and more lost. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, you don't win. You only get scores and stuff like that. So how much can you be lost, basically? Okay, so the goal is not to let the ghost, which is the dream imagination, get us hyped up into eating the light, where we have to face the fate of it just being imagination that we have to chase to beat the game, where it's actually just an allegory and more loss. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get to that, but before I get to that, we're going to actually show an example of what I mean and stuff like this, and I actually posted this on my Instagram. So, show you, this is, now, shout out to the lady that's in here, because she just being hard. Like, she just being hard. It ain't about what this dude lost in, you know what I'm saying? She just being a hard spirit. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's about that. So, let me play this shit. All right. Shit, they trying. Let me pull this up. There we go. Boom. All right. So now that I'm done submitting to this phase that I was in, okay, which is my made up idea of you, because I'm lost. I'm done with that phase while wanting you to secretly fight for what I was doing and what I'm done with, or you don't love me. So that was my question. How did that sound to y'all? Because that was my interpretation of what this was, and I'm about to play right now. Uh-oh, not this one. How they do that? How they do that? What they do that at? What they do that at? Let me see if I can. Yeah. Here we go. I ain't got no sound on this bitch.
Action. That's how you feel. I gotta respect it.
I gotta respect it.
And that's all you have to say. If that's how I feel, I'm going to respect it.
You seem like
you said your one-liner. If that's all you have to say, let's hug and let's just let it go. You ain't trying to fight for nothing.
You seem like you've already made your
decision. It ain't about me already making a decision. You don't have a rebuttal.
You seem like you've already made your decision.
I wanted you to say something.
All right. Let's go back. So now that she was done submitting to the phase that she was in, whatever, because I guess she, whatever she's doing, fucking him, you know what I'm saying, being around him, or whatever, based upon whatever idea she had upon her head, based upon characters and shit he was in, or characters that she just made up. Now because she's distraught and whatever, she's want to move in a different, direction. So now that she's done with that phase, this is what happens. So she gonna tell you she done with the phase, but she gonna tell you she want you to secretly fight for what she was doing in that phase that she's done with, or you don't love her. So this is just a basic allegory. And I said, this is unfathomable power, reverse psychology, bring your ass back here, nigga, witchcraft. Real shit. So, now she done with that phase or whatever, now she want him to fight for that phase. So this is a person that don't know what she want. And, you know what I'm saying? He honestly don't know what he want either. You know what I'm saying? So, So they parents probably was in the 80s and stuff like that. And, playing Pac-Man and shit like that. But, so, he's being motivated pretty much to go get the pill basically right now. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get mine. So it's time for you to speak. So he getting motivated to go get the pill right now. Go get one of them white pills and eat that white pill and stuff like that, because that's gonna make you chase me. So he gotta go on here, create whatever was in her head, and make that real and shit like that, while she not even a part of it. So is he chasing ghosts now and stuff like that? So this is witchcraft, and like women make this sound so good. They make it sound so good, like it's witchcraft. Let me play it one more time.
I'm saying it's not time to listen, it's time to talk. All of the things you say, you want to be there, you're here for me, you're all about the future.
But she just said she didn't want to do none of that stuff that, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? It's just
everything. You didn't even fight for a second.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get the pill, you ain't go chase Pac-Man ghost me. You ain't gonna get the pill, homie. You ain't gonna get that pill. You ain't get the pill. You ain't gonna take it. So because men in a situation where they don't know what they want and stuff like that, this is how y'all can be manipulated and things, And she might think that's normal. You know what I'm saying? So she might think that's totally normal to like behave that way. You know what I'm saying? But not understanding though that she playing a ghost figure too, because if the relationship started, it would never be about that. It really needs to be on some type of situation where whatever you and your person in your relationship doing, it got to be bigger than y'all trying to get fulfilled within Disney Channel and stuff like that, or Disney fantasies, and that can rule the world and love happily ever afters and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It got to be more in the context of, y'all doing actually trying to really be on the same path to manifesting a dream that got to do with y'all passions and goals, not like real goals, passions and goals, not some made up concept. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll put y'all in a situation in a world where y'all at least start seeing that this is most important and stuff like that, rather than whatever we doing as far as just fucking, or who doing what the most and stuff like that. It'll be that, and really it's supposed to be y'all talents coming together you know what I'm saying, for that purpose and stuff, you know. So that's just where, you know, things get lost in translation, you know, because now homie got to go eat the pill, you know what I'm saying. Now let's say he do eat the pill, right? He do listen to her. When he once he do that and stuff like that, guess what? Once he eat one of the ghosts, it ain't gonna be good enough. The ghost gonna come right back and stuff like that, and it's gonna make him do it all over again. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not in relationships. Like this is like some real witchcraft that's been done over humanity and stuff like that. So we gotta like really, you know what I'm saying? We can point to things in reality. So that's why y'all say relationships be games. And I don't want to play games and stuff like that. Why y'all think y'all say that? That's not a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? So it get deep in the sense of what and how far the shadows will go for control. All right. So, you know, we're going to be dealing with realizing the ghosts we're chasing. That's going to be our, so you got to know your houses and stuff like that. So that's going to be the house that you that get, that is your ghost, you know what I'm saying, that you get wet off of, you know what I'm saying? That's what's making you wet. Whatever house you got Pisces in, that's going to be, whether you male or female, you know what I'm saying? So this can apply to both genders, but that's going to be the house that you got that you're going to be wet in enough to even go on a ghost chase and stuff like that, you know? So know that. Now, the house that you got Sagittarius in is what you need to apply to the house that you got Pisces in to learn what to transform. You get what I'm saying? So you need to apply that house and add that house and mix that house with whatever house you got Pisces in, you know, more, and that'll help you have the right imagination, you know what I'm saying, and start transmuting some of that imagination water into fire, into wisdom, into Sagittarius through the house that you got that in, and you'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, get this ghost in motherfucking order and shit like that. So it's coming through the ghost, you know, if you're in a relationship or whatever relationship you have, that's going to be the house you got Libra in. So that's going to be the area that this ghost or the person, place, or thing, whatever relationship that house is in, that's going to be the person, place, and thing that this ghost is using as a character, you know what I'm saying, to manipulate whatever situation you got to show you where you may have been given too much or receiving too less. So that's going to be the house that you're going to be in and things, and that's going to make you feel like you're in a delusion where you're going to start realizing the reality of your experience with Saturn and Pisces. So now that you realize that experience, you need to learn what's motivating that experience and how you can restrict it and limit it and create boundaries for it, you know, and that would be your motivation, Mars, and that's in Sagittarius. So now you have to learn how to use your boundaries towards that house to get you more in alignment where you can be on path again. Okay, so if you got Sagittarius in the first house, you may need to apply, you know, your personal feelings more and expressions more and your personal self more to the house that you got Pisces in. If you got Sagittarius in the second house, you know, you may have to come up with more values or stand on value or value, you know what I'm saying, your experiences a little bit more and apply that house, you know, of your values to the house that you got Pisces in. If you got Sagittarius in the third house, this is you needing to be more aware of what you let surround you and thing, and then your surroundings, and add a little bit more of how you think in your environment and the interest you're into the house that you got Pisces in. If you got Sagittarius in the fourth house, you need to add a little bit more familiarity, home, comfort, family, or just get more comfortable and and be more into your emotions when it comes to, your experiences, adding that to the motherfucking house you got Pisces in. If it's the fifth house, you need to add a little bit more if you got Sagittarius in the fifth house, Mars and Sagittarius in the fifth house, you need to add a little bit more way you see shit, you know what I'm saying? Set the stage, add a little bit more fun and enjoyment and creativity, or children or childlike abilities or responsibilities, protection of the child to, what I'm saying, house that you got Pisces in. If this the sixth house, then you need to add if you got Sagittarius in the sixth house, you need to add a little bit more work. You need to add a little bit more schedule. You know what I'm saying? You need to add a little bit more routine. You may be doing, you need to add a little bit more consistency. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more healthiness, a little bit more that to your 10th house and shit. If you got that, because you'll likely have it at the 10th house, whatever. If you got Sagittarius and what we at 6, 7. If you got Sagittarius in the 7th house, you need to add a little bit more relatability to the house that you got Pisces in. You need to add a little bit more relationship. You need to add a little bit more, balance. If this the 8th house, you need to add a little bit more transformation, let things go, desire, motivation, long-term situations to the house that you got Pisces in. If this the 9th house, you need to add a little bit more wisdom, meanings, reasons, knowledge, and experience to the house that you got Pisces in. If this the 10th house, you need to add a little bit more boundaries, more restrictions, structures, limits, business to the house that you got motherfucking Pisces in. If this the 11th house, you need to add a little bit more your associations, communicate, ideas, how you compile information, and that to the motherfucking house you got Pisces in. If this is the 12th house, you got to add a little bit more, you got to realize a little bit more dreams, imaginations, and do that through the filtering system of Mars. So, you know what I'm saying? So add a little bit, transform dreams and imaginations. You know what I'm saying? Give birth to new imagination. So everybody that I just said, so everybody take Mars and do that to the house that you got Sagittarius in, but bring that energy to the house that you got Pisces in. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So if you're in the 12th house, if you got Sagittarius in the 12th house, you need to add a little bit more. You need to be motivated to, go ahead and start experiencing, what you becoming wise on as a dream or imagination or delusions or something like that. You know what I'm saying? How I do it back. If you got the 11th house, you need to become more motivated to be wise on, what you associate as or not. If you got this in the 9th house, you need to be motivated a little bit more about your knowledge and wisdom. If you got it in the 10th house, you need to be motivated a little bit more to experience your boundaries and restrictions. If you got this in the 8th house, you need to be motivated a little bit more to experience, what you didn't transform and what you didn't put depth to. If you got Sagittarius in the motherfucking 7th house, you need to be motivated a little bit more to, to be wise about what you've been given and expanding on. If this is, 6th house, you need to be motivated a little bit more for you. You need to be motivated about your experience, about what's working and what's not working. You know what I'm saying? What is your routine and where has it got you? You know what I'm saying? You need to go ahead and do that and apply that to the motherfucking, house that you got Pisces in. If this is fifth house, you need to be motivated more about your experience, about what you see. You know what I'm saying? What you entertain and what you express. If this the fourth house, then you need to be motivated more about your experience in the area of, your family and home and what you connect to and who you call close to you. You know what I'm saying? You need to go ahead and get comfortable with that and stuff like that, because people will get comfortable with what they comfortable with. If this the third house, you need to be motivated more to experience your surroundings, your field and stuff like that. If this the second house, you need to be motivated a little bit more to experience your values. If this the first house, you need to be motivated more to experience, your personal shit. And through Sagittarius's, which is coming up with wisdom and things based upon experience and stuff like that. And that wisdom that you accumulate, you know what I'm saying, based upon the motives that you've that you're becoming aware of with whatever house that you got Sagittarius in, you can now use that and learn what you may need to add that can help you, you know what I'm saying, with the house that you got Pisces in as a situation that you can learn, you know what I'm saying, what may need to be applied and stuff, so you can actually see who is trying to experience something with you and who not trying to experience something with you, going all the way into that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's that. Now, like I said, if you want me to give you if you're in a clubhouse, it's free. But if you want me to look at your chart specifically for this live and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, just hit me and we'll do it for $5 and stuff. You know what I'm saying, give you a little update. But yeah, the whole thing is just to learn how to use the ghost house, you know what I'm saying, which is Pisces, for the experience house. So you ain't got to experience no ghosts, you know what I'm saying? You didn't already experience ghosts, and based upon you experiencing them ghosts, you know what I'm saying, you come into the reality of that you don't want to experience that no more. So now, you know what I'm saying, you got to use the more experience in the more broader house, you know, to transmute some of that, which is Sagittarius. And you got to learn how to do that, you know. So it may not be in the same area. It may be like one thing working for another thing, you know what I'm saying, that's going to cause a alignment of a square to show you how to learn if it's working or not. AKA doing imagination in reality, you know what I'm saying, more creative, thoughtful, and intentional. So now you can do your imaginations in reality because, you know, you got Neptune and Saturn in Pisces, more creative. The Sun in Sagittarius, thoughtful. Mercury and intentional, Mars. So yeah, so that's the motherfucking game, and that's how you be able to get out of this Pac-Man witchcraft and stuff like that, and whatever you know that is gonna help you expand out of that and stuff like that. That'll learn you help out expand and create something new. Is gonna be within Sagittarius, where your Sagittarius house is, and that should be the area, you know, where you can start learning what you really want to experience, and you can start applying that to the house that you got, whatever. But whatever house you have Pisces in, that's the area that you got wet off of, that made you, have ghosts in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So if this your first house, this would have been your personal desires. If you got Pisces in the first house, you know what I'm saying? If you got personal desires or personal people, places, and things that, that is in your vicinity, you know what I'm saying? Your personal interests, or your personal insecurities. If this was your second house, you may have got wet off, supporting, valuing, or, making something stable, or your talent or something like that. If this is your third house, you may have got wet off of whatever another person was into, you know, their environment or even your own environment or the shit or the information you was into, and that made you manifest ghosts. If there was your fourth house, your family, if you got Pisces in the fourth house, this may be your family member, you know what I'm saying, putting you into somebody that's a ghost, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever you're comfortable or private with, you know what I'm saying, that made you manifest a ghost. If you're a fifth house, this is something that you entertain, give a lot of attention to, you want to be seen for, or you want to create, you know what I'm saying, or you want to, you know, express, aka be seen for, and that may, you know, brought ghosts. If this your sixth house, if you got Pisces in the sixth house, you know what I'm saying, this is something that you may have been worried about working on, you know what I'm saying, or your work in general, your schedule, or whatever you do in a daily basis may manifest a ghost. In the seventh house, you know, if this is that, this may have been your motherfucking your the way what you relate to, or who you relate to, or the ideas, or what you want to receive balance for, that may have been manifesting ghosts for you. If this is your eighth house, this would be, you know, your desires, you know, your motives, your things that don't nobody know, that may manifest a ghost for you. If this is your ninth house, if you got Pisces in the ninth house, this may be, you know, your optimism, you wanting to be free, or whatever you learning or studying about, you know what I'm saying, or your experiences in general that you culminated to as knowledge and wisdom, those may be manifesting ghosts for you. If this is your 10th house, you know, if you got Pisces in the 10th, you know, this is your status, your position, you know, or reality and things, reality, and the way you conduct your boundaries may have been manifesting ghosts, or you may have got wet in that area and stuff like that. So now you may got to clean that up. And then if this is your 11th house, this may be how you associate yourself, you know what I'm saying, someone in the public, or your public image that you may have got wet off of, or, you know what I'm saying, just being an individual about, or unique, highly unique, or rebellious towards some nature, you might have got wet off that area. And then if this is your 12th house, you know what I'm saying, your dreams, imaginations, and, you know, your fantasies may have got you wet. So now y'all know how we going, you know what I'm saying? We come in and just do a little sweep up and stuff like that, reorganize the game and stuff, you know, because, you know, y'all mamas and things was like high school leaders and stuff. Y'all gotta know what it is and stuff like that. So Pac-Man in general, like I said, they already in a maze. You know what I'm saying? Everything has a meaning. Like, I don't care what, you know, you try to make up with your own mind. If it's a symbol, if it's a sign, and it correlates to something, you know what I'm saying, it can have a meaning. Now, it's just particular in what you connect with based upon how it influences you and affects you. You know what I'm saying? But you know, everything got a goddamn meaning and reason about it. Now, everything don't have to, but everything damn near got, you know, some type of meaning and reason. You know, but yeah, that's mainly it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we just wipe our hands clean. You know, it wasn't gonna be too much. You know, I am Zeus, like, so it's not gonna be like, you know, it's just gonna be me being Zeus, coming here and just, you know, really just putting things back in its place. It's not really a fight, but you know, I just put it up there, you know, to make people think it's some, you know, for real. But, you know, that's the thing. You can't be chasing no more ghosts and stuff like that. Nobody can't be in that spell no more. You know, especially if you associate with me in some way. You know, you don't want to be in that spell where you're chasing ghosts and things. And yeah, anybody got any add-ons? You know, we can let people got any add-ons or whatever. So yeah, this is all, you know, this is all shit that was designed and stuff like that, you know. Design. It was designed for your ass to get lost into. And yeah, man, I'm about to wrap this up, man. You know, I'm trying to see if there's anything else worth mentioning before I head out of here. You know, other than that, make sure y'all join the clubhouse at membership, where we gonna meet every month. You know what I'm saying? Consultation calls is working. You know what I'm saying? I got this, I got new services on the fucking, yo, shout out Sulata too. I got your invite. I sent you an email. I sent you an email invite and shit for you to join the clubhouse. I saw you subscribe and shit. But hell yeah, you know, I appreciate that, Sulata. You know, yeah, for real. It's a good ass topic and stuff like that, because that's everybody, you know what I'm saying? They got everybody in some type of fight, taking symbolism, using the reality. Yeah, they got everybody in some type of fight for fulfillment and stuff like that. And that's why when it's programmed, so like back before the 80s, you would hear like, you know what I'm saying, they grandparents, you know, they grandparents, they didn't have them type of relationships, type of situations. It was very, you know what I'm saying, strategic. It was very get to the back, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't really. Now we got this situation where some people want to be fulfilled in things, you know what I'm saying, but they want to be fulfilled without even you know what I'm saying, being that thing in reality, or that thing actually being in reality. So it's like a ghost, you know what I'm saying? So based upon us getting wet and stuff by that ghost that we think that's real, you know what I'm saying, we start getting adrenaline rush and getting chased and start going on the chase and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That make us feel good, because whatever that ghost is, and whatever ghost utilizing that person, place, or thing for you is hyping you up to go ahead and run for them pellets or whatever and things. And then every time you get good, you know what I'm saying, you get every time you get good and stuff like that, and you start eating the pellets, you know what I'm saying, you're like, man, I'm beating the game and stuff, you know, but it ain't really you beating the game. You know what I'm saying? Now whatever ghost that was chasing you and stuff like that, you gotta go, you know what I'm saying, eat that ghost or whatever, and realize that ghost ain't even real and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. You gotta realize that ghost ain't even real. Just for that ghost, when you do eat it, you know what I'm saying, to restart the whole situation over again. So it's not, you know what I'm saying, this is all movies and stuff like that. So $14 billion later, we got failed relationships, you know what I'm saying, but we got rich ass Masons and Jews and Jesuits and stuff like that. $14 billion later, you know. Intentions are meaning. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So, you know, the intention that we got behind, you know, going ahead and getting that pill is just to be seen a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But once we get that pill, you know what I'm saying, it don't work. It won't be fulfilling. So we end up having to start, and everybody just in a cycle now. You know what I'm saying? So men don't know what they want and stuff like that, because they was told that, oh, a woman that's chasing you like this or whatever and stuff like that, and she very well may just be submitted to a phase. You know what I'm saying? A face that you plan at the moment. And when she done with that, and when she done submitting to that phase, you know what I'm saying, or you ain't submitted to that phase and stuff like that, because real life going on, or some hit you or whatever, or you becoming real. That's that real word again, Saturn and Pisces. Once you realize that, now, now she don't want to submit to that phase or nothing like that, because she was never in it for that. She was into what it was hyping you up to do. You know what I'm saying? Chasing that pellet, and her being the reason that you chasing that for or whatever, but it wasn't necessarily, it ain't even necessarily correlated in reality with your dream or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just some situation of unfulfillment. You know what I'm saying? You having a piece of your solar plexus unfulfilled, or a piece of how you see yourself unfulfilled. And when that is unfulfilled, people can come in and play off that. You know what I'm saying? So they'll tell you in the world, these are the things that you need. You need this, you need that. You need this car, you need this job, you need this relationship, you need this type of look or whatever. And you will go out to get them things or whatever, become something new or whatever. And now you got to realize that you was the only one being used to, chase this thrill. Other people can come in and use you, and you ain't necessarily even and without, they can come in and use you without necessarily even committing. You know what I'm saying? Or where y'all be Miss Pac-Man and Mr. Pac-Man together or whatever. So it's that. And then now they can use your power against you. So fight for me. Fight for this ghost that I don't even want to participate in no more and stuff like that. So it's just witchcraft. It's just witchcraft, man. That's the best I can explain it down here in the third dimension. But you do understand that these motherfuckers, everybody that play out these situations, you know what I'm saying, do be under that specific Lord or God or something like that. That's why so many of y'all all over the globe that be doing the same actions, because y'all program. You know what I'm saying? Y'all design like that. So what we got to get to is, everybody got to stop chasing fantasy and stuff like that. So, Saturn and Pisces, we got to get more realistic and stuff. And what we got to get more realistic about, is our experiences, our imaginations, the fantasies, the dreams, the delusions, and actually learn what we really trying to experience, because we ain't trying to experience that. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to experience being more wise. We're trying to experience being more knowledgeable. We're trying to experience being able to teach. That's Sagittarius. Not be into some shit that you don't even want to do, and you don't even want to do, and because you can't uphold that. You can't uphold that fulfillment, and then you know what I'm saying, and somebody else don't want to do for you and stuff. Now, if you and your partner was intertwined and stuff like that, real other halves, y'all would just already be doing the stuff together, or they're doing the same thing, to the point where when y'all comes together, it's just more important to do that thing because y'all love it together. You get what I'm saying? It ain't, oh, you gotta love my idea and run after me, or love my idea, or I gotta love your idea and run after you. No, it's everybody doing what they already do, and that just naturally to come together. You know what I'm saying? So you involved into the same thing, or you have a similar thing that I'm involved in, that we can share you know, we can share passions, you know, and how we can share experiences, and we should also share the same, you know, faith and the morality and the more optimism. You know, we share the same. We do the same thing. We experience the same thing. So it ain't really like you trying to create something. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? It just makes sense. You know, it makes sense to um, just do it. You know, fuck Nike. But yeah, so you know, you just gotta do some shadow work, and we can get better with these relationships, so they won't be causing the same type of experiences and stuff like that. And everybody looking at that clip from a small mind and being like, "Oh, um, he needs to fight for her or whatever," but what is he fighting for? So you want him to fight for something that you ain't even participating in? That's why I said if it's you just doing what you doing and you already participating in it and stuff like that, if that was like more so correlated to your dream or your imagination, you wouldn't even care if that person was fighting for it. You too busy with that for to care about if this person is gonna fight for that or something like that. That's your first love. Shout out to Elevate Thing. That's your first love. You know what I'm saying? You're not even finna care about that. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter what this nigga doing. Move this nigga around. You know what I'm saying? And things, but they got a lot of women programmed and feminists and stuff like that they think that their they body or something like that is the what like them being in a body is what supposed to make people want to fight for something that ain't gonna help nobody with no business, that ain't gonna help nobody with no, you know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna help nobody with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody dreams, nobody manifests nothing down here spiritual. You know, all of that. It can't be all that. It can't be that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta stop what you completely doing to go help another person. You know what I'm saying? And they're in a delusion because they think they helping, they think you getting help, they think they getting help, but they're in a monetary gain at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So they're in a monetary gain based upon whatever validation they're seeking from uh, the world and stuff like that to go ahead and get excited to get that adrenaline rush and stuff like that until they become aware, until they eat that pill. Bloop. Oh shit, I'm chasing the ghost. The ghost becomes sour and shit, mad and shit. Bitch, we ain't here. Run away and hide and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Where the ghosts go? Man, them was just eyes. Them was just awarenesses that you was lost in. Get some new ones. Get some new dreams. So you got to get some new dreams now. You know what I'm saying? You can't be having them same old dreams and shit like that. You know? Can't be having them same old dreams and stuff. It's time for you to learn, child. It's time for you to expand. You know, it's time for you to know about your experience on a broader level. Broader awarenesses. And you get back. You know, so, you know, this is what we doing. You know, we doing it the Ceito way and stuff like that. So, you know, with me, if you fuck with me, you ain't human. You like, you know, you a little bit beyond that. You know what I'm saying? You a little bit beyond that. You know what I'm saying? So we be in esoteric realms, running things and making humans But yeah. Right. Can't get too happy. Can't get too happy. Shout out to Sulada. But I think this shit is we're about to start tweaking. I'm not sure. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all motherfucking subscribe. Whatever you gotta do. Everything is in the motherfucking description as far as donation and you know, like I said, if you want that reading for me, go to services on my website, Ceito World. No, actually, if you want the small reading, go to subscription and then just purchase for the $5 and I'll hit you with that based upon your chart and stuff like that. You know, but yeah, so we learning some whole new shit that's about to get us on point though. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna take time and precision. All right. It's good using both positives and negatives. Right. Get your ass together.